Music can know us. Music can understand us. How can music connect us? Have you ever had any trouble putting your feelings into words? Has someone ever asked you, "How's it going?" And you have 15 different thoughts in your head. You're excited about seeing your friends later, you're overwhelmed by work, but happy about your latest promotion, you're anxious about your doctor's appointment, you're worried about being late to pick your kids up at school. But all you can muster up is, "I'm pretty good, thanks. How about you?" And then later, when you have a moment to yourself, you think, wait, what am I feeling? You try and sort out your feelings, but you're still having trouble putting them into words. So instead, you grab your phone, you open up Spotify, you click playlists, you click moods. And somehow it's easy to find a song or a playlist that describes exactly how you feel and that matches your mood. Wouldn't it be great if next time someone asks you how you're feeling, you could answer with a song? Finding the right words to describe how we feel or what we are experiencing can often be difficult, sometimes impossible. So we turn to art. We turn to music. Music can sound how we feel. How does this make you feel? How about this? Now listen to these.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Everyone reacts differently to music, but there's a good chance that we all felt something similar during each of those clips. Music has a unique way of connecting us to one another by eliciting certain reactions and emotions while we listen to it. Music in a major key is often associated with happiness, while music in a minor key is often linked to sadness. However, there are tons of exceptions to this very general rule. Faster music can often energize us, while slower music can make us feel calm, though again, that's not always the case. Think of the last time you were at a concert with a lot of people. That might be a distant memory given that we're in the middle of a pandemic, but think about a concert experience you've had when hundreds, maybe thousands of people are sitting in the same room listening to the same music. There's a strong sense of connection amongst everyone listening.
All right.
And while music can create a connection between listeners, music can also be used as a tool to connect one-to-one. In some cases, songs have been written specifically just for one person to hear.
Hello. Dear Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
In a music therapy setting, music can be used to connect between patient and therapist in order to develop a relationship. Music therapists use songs, lyrics, compositions, and styles to invite people to express themselves or to feel heard. Oftentimes, music has the ability to communicate and form a deeper connection than the languages we speak. In times when words alone are not enough, music can step in.
The nighttime elicits a number of images, thoughts, characteristics, and feelings. Dark, solitude, quiet, mystery, reflection, wonder, rest, dreams. The nighttime has long been an inspiration for artists, and some of the greatest works of art were inspired by the night. Chopin's Nocturnes, Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, Robert Frost's poem Acquainted with the Night, Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik, which translates to A Little Night Music, and, of course, Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night, which is the inspiration for today's musical selection, Vincent by Don McLean. When Van Gogh painted the Starry Night, he had committed himself to the asylum Saint-Rémy de Provence in France, and it is believed that this is one of the few, maybe only painting he did without a scene or a model in front of him. One theory suggests that this painting was inspired by a passage from Genesis in the Bible. In chapter 37, verse 9, Joseph states, "And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed down to me." In Van Gogh's painting, we clearly see 11 stars, and the sun and the moon represented as one in the top right-hand corner. And we also see the spire of the church reaching high above the town, almost touching the heavens. Whatever the inspiration or meaning behind the painting, it remains one of the most popular works of art in the world to this day, despite the fact that Van Gogh himself could barely sell one of his own works in his own lifetime. A profoundly misunderstood man and tortured soul, Van Gogh lived in a time when we didn't have a proper understanding of mental health, or how to diagnose and treat mental health disorders. He was simply known as a crazy man who had wild episodes, cut off his ear, and eventually killed himself. Gazing into the stars of the night sky is like both figuratively and literally gazing into the past. Stars are many thousands of light years away, and by the time we see the light of the star, we are seeing the light of thousands of years ago. While reading Van Gogh's biography, singer-songwriter Don McLean saw an opportunity for connection. He wanted to write a song about Van Gogh, setting the record straight and redeeming his legacy as a man beyond simply being famous for his artistic output. While the lyrics use imagery from many of Van Gogh's paintings to tell a story, he is effectively asking us, the listener, to gaze into the stars of the night sky, to look into the past, revisit the story of a tormented and pained man, and see the beauty in this person, not just in his art. In a recent episode of Doctor Who, the Doctor and the character Amy travel back in time to visit Van Gogh. They bring him into the year 2010 to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris to see the impact that his art has had in the world since his death, hoping to return him back to his own time, changed and happier. In this scene, a gallery tour guide brilliantly explains the impact that Van Gogh and his art has had on the world.
He transformed the pain of his tormented life into ecstatic beauty. Pain is easy to portray, but to use your passion and pain to portray the ecstasy and joy and magnificence of our world, no one had ever done it before. Perhaps no one ever will again.
Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen. They did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Perhaps we can learn to listen and connect with each other in a new way. Here to perform Don McLean's Vincent is our dear friend, Toronto-based actress and vocalist Laura Larson. To connect with Laura, check out the description below.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen. They did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue, morning fields of amber gray, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. And now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside, on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged man in ragged clothes, the silver thorn, a bloody rose, like crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never